What it do, wholesome fam? Hope you're doing great. It's good to have you again. I know it's been a while, but I'm here and we're about to do it. Today we're doing the 75 hard challenge update. How the days have been. I'm on day 26, and remember 75 hard, it means we're still going for more days until we get to the 75th day. You see, so the challenge so far, it's been rewarding, and one thing that I'm grateful for is certain habits, certain bad habits that I had to cut out, and there are also good habits that I also had to bring in this challenge. And 26 days in it, I feel better, I feel stronger, and some habits that I wanted to cut out, I feel like I will never go back to them again. But you'll never know. I guess life takes you through a lot of challenges and through of a lot of lessons, you see. And also I'm going to be doing a review on the book that I've been reading. I promised that the review was supposed to be done on day 15th by, but then things happen, and yeah, I broke some rules in during the challenge. But one thing for sure, I made my days count. I didn't just want to follow the rules as they are. Yes, it's good to follow the rules, but breaking the rules to bring something better for yourself also helps. So I made the days count. I didn't just count the days, and I'm going stronger even today. So yeah, one thing that I'm excited about, especially in this video, is just the review of the book and the topics that I want to go through with you. And remember, guys, it's always easy when you start something to say, I'm going to stick to it, I'm going to do this and that. But few days later, once you are in it, you no longer have the same vibe, the same energy as you used to have it when you started. Like, how many of us wanted to work out or had resolutions to work out when the year started? Quite a number of us had that, but then none of us had like a vision to see that 3 months later we'll be having COVID, we'll be having gyms getting closed down, we'll be having quite a lot of things which are changing around us, and the lockdown, you see. But when you have a goal, remember, 2020 is part of the years. Your days are being counted, meaning that you are also growing, and you can't just let it pass like this. You can't just let your goals vanish as if you never set them before. So that's one other spirit you have to bring within, that regardless of what has happened, regardless of how I wished things would be, I still have to bring it in. You see, some of us, we really relied on gym to make sure that we get our body goals. But since gym was closed, we had to resort to home workouts, even though sometimes they feel like you're not doing anything. We had to resort to home workout just so we can still go through the goals that we promised ourselves, and just so at least we can get part of the body goals that we needed. And it's not just about the body and everything. Remember, fitness challenges everything about you, challenges you mentally, and that's one other thing that will prove whether you'll go on through uh, your programs, regardless of the situations around you. So it challenges you mentally, and it also gives you that power, that push to say that you said you were going to reach that goal. You said you wanted to look like that. So why are you still the same person you were last year? Why are you still the same person you were 26 days ago? So you see, and that's the main purpose of the 75 hard challenge. And when it started, trust me, I had like 3 people whom I had on paper whom said that they wanted to continue with the challenge. But honestly, I couldn't go and check on them day by day to say how is the challenge going, because even myself personally, I had to make sure that I have to stick to my days, because it's not every time that you're going to win people over. You have to start and win yourself over. You have to work on yourself first before you can promise to help another person. So I'm also in work in progress, and I'm also hoping to achieve things that I want to achieve. So it's not an easy road. All we have to do, we have to put in the work. And when you put in the work, remember, who are you doing it for? You are doing it for yourself. You see, so yeah, like it's a challenging journey, but yet it's rewarding because it wires you to be different. Like your wiring, your brain chemistry changes, how you see things changes, how you interact with people changes. You see, that's why you don't have to allow yourself to be in the same position every now and then. You got to challenge yourself. 75 high challenge, Vele, it's not meant to be easy. It's meant to challenge you. And each and every day brings and comes with its own challenges. So you have to do what? You have to keep going. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the review of the book. And I hope we get to learn something from this. Let's go. Here are the book that I've been reading. Actually, this book, I should have finished it within 10 days. Like I said, on day 15, I'm giving a review, but things happened, and but I'm glad that I had to finish it. And I believe the next book that I'm starting tomorrow, I will also finish it. And it's about self-improvement, guys. The book that I was reading is called Today is to Do. Today is to Do was written by Ntsundeni Ndou, his founder. One first topic that I would like to talk about in this book is called the pen power. So the pen power, basically, it's about the writing of goals. It's about you setting a tone in the morning of how you want your day to look like. Remember, the first thing that you do in the morning, yes, it sets the tone for your day. If you can wake up moody, chances are your whole day will be sour. But if you can wake up with positive thoughts and listen to something positive, chances are your whole day will be filled with positive things, and you'll attract positive things in your life. Just as the law of attraction says, what you think, you become. You see, whatever that you wish, whatever that is in your mind, you are likely to attract it. So the pen power basically says there is power in writing down your goals, because once you write something down, it also gets written in your mind. And if you don't get to accomplish it throughout the day, you will have that guilt. Like most human beings, it's human nature to have guilt if you haven't achieved what you have planned. And when you get to achieve that goal at the end of the day, you'll get the excitement, because who gets excited when they get something they did not plan? Chances are none of us gets excited. But if you can plan something and say that I want to do this thing, and you end up achieving it, you get excitement from that. So that's what pen power is all about. And an encouragement to anyone out there is that if you have goals, if you want to achieve something in life, don't wait, because honestly, the future is now. This thing of thinking that the future is tomorrow, it messes us up, because even tomorrow you'll think tomorrow is the future, and even the next day you'll think the next day is the future. But if you can have the mentality that today is the future that I thought of yesterday, then you will do by all means to accomplish what you need to accomplish today, so that you can be prepared for tomorrow. So pen power, there is a saying that even the faintest pen is better than memory. So never tell yourself that I will remember it, or I will always know it, even if it's the smallest goal. You see, one thing that I do in the morning when I write my goals, I would write at least 5 things I want to achieve during the day. You see, and most of those 5 things will be the task that most of the time they are far, like they are, how can I put it, they are not the easiest. Obviously, I know first thing in the morning, brushing my teeth, drinking my water in the morning, certain things for me, they're already a habit. But if things like brushing your teeth, some people, they can't brush teeth straight 7 days. They can't make their bed straight 7 days. But if such things, there are few things that you want to change, write it down the day before you sleep, and in the morning do it and check it out. One guy once said that making your bed is one of the first victories that a person has. You see, but for some of us, it's already a habit. Yeah, so pen power basically says Write down everything that you want to achieve, even if it can be a smallest thing. Write it down, and at the end of the day, when you tick it off, you will have that fulfillment. You will have that excitement that at least I did something that I can be proud of today. So yeah, pen power, it's one of the chapters that I liked in this book. And this one here, it's called You Are Never Ready. And I like here when he said, do not wait for things to get better for you to start. Start to make things get better, because naturally things become worse. Okay, how can I put it? You were never ready. This just simply means most of the times you were never ready for the things that you are currently on or that you are doing. For example, you were never ready to be born. Yes, physically you might have been in a good condition to be born in this earth, but mentally you were never ready. You were still young, vulnerable, you couldn't do anything for yourself. And if you had a choice, if you were young, chances are you wouldn't choose to be born in this world the way things are. You see, so conditions can never be ready for you to start something, and you can never be ready for anything. This also reminds me of just a cycling thing, whereby you can never be ready to even be with the girl that you like. You get me? You just have to go there and do the things that you have to do. But for most of people who know me, and me knowing myself, I know that I've been one of the people, the worst at that, like to delay telling a lady that I have to take her out. But the most delayed that I still remember, it's the one that I did back then in high school. But then I was still young, man. But now I'm grown, man, and I know that conditions are never right to do the right thing. So now I don't repeat such mistakes. Nah, I don't repeat such mistakes. So like, this just basically says you can never be ready to do certain things. One thing that you have to do is that you have to go for it. I like again where he said that the problem is that people want to be good when they start. This is impossible, since doing is what makes you good. So basically doing is what makes you good. I could have started my channel. Actually, I started my channel a year ago. I could have continued with it since then, but I always thought I needed this and this. I needed certain resources for me to push. I needed to learn how to edit before I can push. And up until the point where I felt like, no, man, these things I can learn them across or along the way if they are that necessary for me to be able to do my channel. You see, and if I kept on procrastinating or kept on putting it back to say that, nah, man, I'm not ready to face the camera, I'm not ready to talk behind the camera, chances are I wouldn't even be having 40 subscribers at this moment. I know most of the subscribers are my friends. I appreciate them for that. But in anything that you want to do, be it your next challenge in life, if you want to go and get that degree, if you want to go and apply for that job, if you want to go and start that business, never say that I'll be ready tomorrow, or never say I will do it when conditions are right, because conditions are never right, and naturally things get worse. You see, naturally things get worse, and he explained more about how things get worse in the law of thermodynamics. Let me just go and read something for you from there. So in the book, the second law of thermodynamics, he explained it in this way. It says naturally things become worse always. This means that if things are getting better, it is not nature. So this does not mean that we need to leave things to be worse. No, he was just explaining on, if you leave nature to take its course, chances are things will become worse. For example, the act of growing, the act of getting older. It's natural. There's nothing that we can do about it. And as you grow, you get wrinkled and you get uglier. That's nature. There's nothing that you can do about it. But when it comes to, for example, your dreams, your goals, the things that you want to achieve in life, it's not nature there, it's by your choice. For example, he said, bathing 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 is an example of an unnatural process that makes us better. This explains why some people do not bath. There are a lot of other unnatural things that we do to get better. Shaving is not natural. That is why animals do not have natural razors. Cleaning a room is not natural. Nature is what happens when you do nothing. Naturally, your fitness or sexiness gets worse when you go when when you go to the gym to keep fit or attain the so-called sexy body. You are working against nature. So that's what the second law of thermodynamics, not in terms of physics, in terms of this nature, means that naturally things get worse, but by us taking an action to improve, by us taking an action to do something or to counteract nature, we get better. You see, so yeah, you are never ready to do certain things, but if you can start, you will be like, you'll stand a better chance of achieving at something. So yeah, there's a lot I can say about this book since I enjoyed it so much, and it's one of the first books in the 75 Hard Challenge that I'm reading. And remember, it's all about self-improvement. Even you yourself there at home, if you grab or see inspiration from this challenge that I'm doing, please take it on for yourself, and chances are things will get better for you, because if you leave things to nature, things will only get worse. So we have to come out of nature. For example, if you said you want to attain that degree, but you are always sleeping in your room, sleep is natural. Nature will take its course, and when nature take its course, things become worse. So when you counteract it and do something, get up, get ready, and showing up, you are doing something which is against nature, and then things get better for you, and we get better by doing. So yeah, I see this video has already dragged long enough, and yeah, this is the update on the 75 Hard Challenge and the book that I've been reading. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we get to see how another 21 days of the challenge come about. And yeah, I'm grateful so far, and I feel like I'm in a different space mentally, and I feel in control of my body. I feel in control of my emotions and anything that is in me. So like, yeah, this is one of the best decisions I've ever made so far. And yeah, it's the second half of 2020, and we want to become better. Let's get it.